Hey guys, long time no see. So I haven't been doing many videos recently, I admit, but we're back. It's half term, and today we're going to be continuing with the project I've been doing recently, which is building my own language. So if you know me, well, if you see my GitHub, I previously made this ONT thing. Basically, it's where we do some substring manipulation, and we basically transpile this my ONT code into C++ code. But that wasn't really. That was just really basic string manipulation. And I want to make something bigger project, maybe. Well, this relates to my APQ and also possibly just talk about it on my university application. But anyway, I think it's pretty interesting stuff. I've bought the book Crafting Interpreters. I've read like the first 50 pages, but I actually want to continue reading. So today, let me just share the screen. I don't know if I shouldn't even be showing that. Okay, anyway. What is this? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm repping the new Windows 11 laptop, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It's so much quicker. The screen's lovely. Webcam as well. I can actually record things that don't skip a frame every few seconds. Oh no. Anyway, so basically what we got here is the current syntax. So today I've just rebuilt the interpreter because before it was having a bunch of errors. It was to do with like dereferencing the pointers, and it wasn't. Anyway, that's all good now. We've fixed this, and we can now input as well. Before it was only output, but then I just added an input. And now, okay, the plan of action for today. Let me just put up a notepad. Oh yeah, and by the way, just an update. Oh, that was my recap of the other day. Had some lovely chai. How do you pronounce it? That was really good. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to add a new var2 keyword, allowing like vectors / arrays to be created. That's one thing. And I also want to do if statements. It's just going to be a simple if statement. I think, well, this and that is just going to be if and then Boolean expression. Then, actually, no, I'm going to use, yeah, as I documented in my little Word document I got there. That's how I'm wanting to do it. Okay, if statements, I haven't really thought past that. So, obviously, I do want to make it better and better as a language, like having more and more features. Because we only support one, well, at the minute, we only support one data type, which is an integer type. So maybe add supporting more types, e.g. strings. Well, okay, the most important ones, we want some sort of decimal. So either float, it'll just be a float. Yeah, we will obviously need balls, but then again, they can be stored as integers. So booleans, because there would be, maybe I should put as a precursor to this. All right, and then maybe adding into this, I don't know how you can do. Anyway, else, and then like else if, else, that sort of thing, and maybe even do some type of switch statements. But we've only got a limited amount of time, so I'm just trying to think what else what you would write in a program. Obviously, loops is super important as well. So thinking, yeah, let's add that to the list. Loops. For now, we're just going to want for loops. I think they'll be very important given. Okay, by the way, the reason I did var2 was because, I was just thinking about how I've implemented the keyword finding. So basically, we just check if it's a character, and then whilst it's not a space, we do is alphanumeric. But if we were to do the syntax, what I was originally thinking was this, var that. And that obviously wouldn't work based on the current logic. And then if I change the logic, that would allow variables to be made var star. And then things could get pretty complicated as to the passing rules as to when you would pass it as a like multiplication or the actual variable name. So yeah, that's one thing. So that's why I've chosen var2. So for loops, and then eventually, getting into while loops. Right. It's a good starting point. I think let's just get started. Let me just check. This is all working all right. Okay, already 5 minutes. Been yapping for a while. My bad. Okay, so I'm just going to write some code here as to what the new will look like. So var y equals, I think I'm going to declare it like this, and then we're just going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And obviously, I'm thinking of making a new vector here. No, sorry, map. We could do it with std variant and stuff, but then again, it's a bit complicated. We can just check if it is in it, and then it's easier to differentiate and stuff. Although it is an extra check, and it might get convoluted, but we'll just keep that as a side note. Okay, and then, okay, so that's var y. Then I'm thinking also having a better way to print out stuff, so you can simply do like that. That'll be amazing. Like in C++, you gotta do a whole for loop and stuff. Well, no, you can do C++ 23's print. Well, no, you got std format as well from C++ 20. But, okay, I just want to do that. That's like, that'd be real nice. Okay, let me think what else. So, we're going to have the if statements. And I'm going to do if y is equal to, we're obviously going to need to implement these sub operators as well. If yx is equal to, and then I think it'll be much easier if we can just do it in all in one line. Because otherwise we're going to have to do multi-line. It shouldn't matter. Because, you know, this is eventually what it gets converted to. Just our token stream. It doesn't care about that. So, yeah, it'll be fine. Just a new line. And then we just need to find the index of this. So we need to find this and just skip to the end. Yeah, right. So that's probably just going to be done by a simple, like, stack. You just add the... Okay, no, sorry, we said we're going to do this. Just what I'm thinking is we just add these brackets to a stack, and then we just keep popping off until we're at the same amount of these brackets before the if statement, if you know what I mean. I'm not explaining it very well, but I'm going to... So we're going to input... I love crafting interpreters. Okay, and then we can do if... No, okay. We won't get to the stage just yet. Okay, and then we'll do a for. How will that for look like? Maybe just a simple Python one. So, or we could do like a mix. So for I colon y, we also have another one of these. Yeah, I don't think we'll need any parentheses really. I'll just be a bit. We can do just output. And then we can maybe also do. You can add maybe a tag like here if you want to have the index instead. But again, it may just be easier to get the index. And again, maybe a simpler way. I mean, I don't know, I'm just thinking on my feet here, but if we were to do y.I, that could be... No, I think subscript operator is obviously better than that because we've used it here. Because y.0, I mean, for me, I do like that, but obviously when it gets to more complex and you want to, yeah. So no, we'll keep with the 0. Right. I guess we could. So I guess this is what we call a tag, and then add it to there. Or we could just have a different look. Okay. Maybe just be it. For IDX I1. That could work. I mean, it's a bit verbose, I get, but okay, we can just do. Please remember semicolons as well. Okay, and then we can output again. And then we're going to need to remember to deallocate these from the vector map. Because that's another thing, scopes. I mean, Okay, so say this was in our, we had a bracket here. Then at the end of the bracket, this would, because this is not going to be in the scope outside, in which, because that second line, I'll just fail. So, okay, we won't get there yet. We're just going to simply, if we're not going to care really about scopes, we're just going to, I guess, in a for loop, we're much easier though, because it's all just there. All right, let's start off with var2. I have commented out these because, like, I'd done it one time, and then sometimes it's easy just for me to restart. But, I didn't see. All right. So let's get our new keyword. So for now, we're just implementing the vector, the 2D. Right. So this is 4. Put it back 2. Need to add it to the variant. I do love variants. I'm not gonna lie. This is just for debugging purposes. Sorry. It will not be in the production grade code, even though the code I'm writing is not production grade. But I'm pretty pleased of the code I've written. There's a bit of comments I need to remove, but apart from that. Alright, so var2, we're just going to need to add a symbol. Else if equal to var2. Yeah, we're going to need to also add the curly braces. Open curly. Just love this laptop. Windows 11, just the screen looking really nice and vibrant. Lovely stuff. This is another thing we're going to need to swap for if statements, because we've got this comparator. And then I should have added. Wait. No. Okay, that's fine. To advance the next token. What's it saying? Operator equals. Oh, did we not add it to the. Should be that passing stage done. Okay. Well, that's compiling and running, but I haven't actually got the statements. So we're going to have a var statement 2. So here we are going to have the name, but we're going to allow. I mean, I guess we've got to allow expressions. So it's going to be. It's going to have to be the vector. It's just, I guess, okay. Declare a variable. Well, it'll be easier for me if they use declare a variable like vec. No, sorry. Var a equals 2 times 6, and then you can do vec2 v equals. I don't know if I just use v. Anyway, for now, I'm not going to actually use the expression. I'm just going to be a literal. But, yeah, but we do want to use. Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to just use a std vector of the unique pointer of expression. expected semicolon. Of course. Okay. So, you know, today. The third type of statement, no, sorry, fourth. That's right. I keep getting it confused. Did I mean that? Oh, fine. Gotta say, shout out to Matt Gobble. Gobble.org is probably the best website out there. What am I doing? These days. I guess I could just declare it as Vec. Vec would be a whole lot easier. You know what? I'm gonna call it array. I also forgot that. So let me just change this. What do you mean? Goodness, what am I doing? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also lucky and Pac-Man again. I'm just redoing it for my computer science course. So don't worry, I'm building from scratch. So no copy pasting from old. Okay, Volta was not recording this scope. Okay, so assuming that good, then we're gonna get the gonna be the name of the vector. So that's just not. What do you mean vex not? What's the vex not declared in the scope? Pretty sure it is, buddy. Oh my god. My get it. I can pull that from there. And then, hey, we're gonna need to update this. Okay, and it's gonna be the this stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to split it up by commas. That's how we're gonna do it. And the best way to do that is gonna be std ranges. And I just want to see. What is a quick ranges split? Std ranges used to split up a but as we have it in tokens now, you need to add the comment token as well. Split up an array by a vector into subvectors matching the case. No, okay, we're just gonna have to implement it ourselves. I do want to see surrender subrange though. Didn't even know monkey map existed. No. Okay. Lost and lost. That's pretty neat. Hey, that's like you say. Um, we'll just implement the steps. Split up. It'll be in the Robert. Yeah, might as well just implement subrange as well. It's not going to be the best implementation, but okay, it's my. My sub range tokens. So it's going to be current index. Just check the index. Yep. To tokens dot size -1. So this is going to be inclusive. No, sorry. Not inclusive of the last one. And it's going to be split up by. Okay, we can just make it template parameter. Auto expers. This should be a vector of these, a vector of tokens, really. The variant token. Okay, and that's all we need. Okay, so it's going to basically return 1. But this is going to be string based, remember. Where is it? Okay, it's going to be like literal expert. And then maybe wait a second. Expert, and then maybe yeah, identity. I shouldn't say expert because it's not expert, it's just a token. Identity, and then minus literal bracket, etc., etc. So it's just going to be well, bunch of expressions. I'm just going to. Need to keep remembering we're in the parser class now. We're not dealing with the actual literal strings. It's just been tokens that we've tokenized in our previous. Anyway, I'm sorry, keep getting mixed up about. So implementing these define. Let me just copy this to make it so I can remember. I should really make it. No, we won't. I just think we should make it more generic. Well, I don't know if I'll use it again. If we do, we can always make it more generic. Go on. We'll make it generic. Wait, can a variant be a template parameter? It gotta be. It's gotta be. You can't not, because a vector by nature is just a templated text. So, what am I doing again? I'm in the wrong stuff. Get back there. So to me, simply, I was just thinking using dot insert and then you do a, yeah, the community, and then let me try it. Let me just think about this as correct logic. So it was back at 3 and the end was 2. That was 0. Um, no, we won't do this one. We're just gonna have to do it. Just do it to do. Factor this. Probably move volitional ever, so pretty propeller. Slap on 03. See what it does. Output file unspecified. You can't do that then. Um, flow state. No, no. Okay. Two nested while loops. Yeah, you know. Shouting shot. So what we're doing here is that holds an alternative. So basically, if it is the type of the comma, then well, we're just gonna do subrange doesn't come in. Subrange does come in handy. So I'm gonna res dot push back subrange. The reason I am passing RDX in here because at this point, when it does hold the alternative, well, remember the one we just implemented, the range is not inclusive as the end. So if the end was say 10, it would not include the element at index 10. Do you know what I'm saying? we're scrapping this. What do you mean it's normal? My normal. No arguments that depend on the template parameter. So declaration of the branch must be available. What do you mean there are no arguments to separate that depend on the template parameter? How does um yeah, there's also going to be the issue of um and anyway, it's going to be when we this is going to be surely -2 because we've got the semicolon and the bracket. We need to fix that as well. And then we do one last one here, which is going to be resdog. Well, this would be tokens, and then it'll be last two. And yeah, it is size and size, not size -1 because it's not inclusive, remember? Okay. Res. With two, need to declare comma. Uh, 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 Get so quick at typing all these keywords. Monkey type, it has a thing for the C++ keywords, you know? This bit. Subrange is so annoying. That was a nightmare. This the debug. But now, I tell you. It was just I couldn't remember to continue the type it. It was just an infinite loop. I was wondering, why is this not doing anything? Well, it's looping infinitely. I was also at this earlier on today. But because it's a two token thing, it's a backwards error. You gotta do implement it that way. Next 2. I should have put next. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, yeah. The double next. Anyway. Tokens wasn't declared. Tokens wasn't declared. M tokens, that was it. M tokens, that's right. Some days I'm feeling like M underscore tokens. Some days I'm feeling like P underscore. Some days I'm feeling swings in animals. Fonts LY reference. Alright. I'll take it by value then, do we? Yeah. Unless we did return. Oh, no, because we can't return a reference. The sub-range could be. Unless we're using the sub-range and then probably work. Anyway. Collision anyway. Okay. Let's go fix that. Sub-range. This is the bedding. Do we have to declare that above? I never thought we did, but we do it. So maybe this is the issue. No, that's not the issue. Oh no, that was the issue. Okay. And now that we've got the list, let's just go back. Experts. Now we're gonna need to not actually evaluate that, but we're gonna need to pass expression. Okay. So we need to vector expressions. Okay, but we need to make our kind of own implementation of this because this just all right. Yeah, we're just gonna need to. I'll just copy paste it. Because when I'm actually dealing with the actual indexes, I mean, I guess that would be better to do. That would be much better to do if we could just say that having built the whole functions. What time am I looking at? Okay. Thinking of what to do. It might just be better to do while not equal to close bracket. But even then, that doesn't allow for the. We're not needing to allow that anyway, just now. This is kind of. This is bad code. The code I'm writing, it just sets it up for failure if I want to expand the project further. Like allowing vectors to be 3D, 4D, 5D. Okay. I just need to check how I've implemented it and I'm just okay, I'm just gonna comment this out for now. I do love commenting. Let's do the assignment operator, so we're gonna do next to consume the curly. Okay. I'm going to do while get, no, while not stood holds alternative close curly. So while not right, I think we're just going to do the vector express the beauty of code reuse. What we know about network computer science, you know, the modular components so you can use them later, reducing developer costs, improving the time efficiency. The project can be delivered in a quicker time period. Wait, is that even grammatical? Anyway, I'm surely gonna need to consume the. We'll just go around, 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 around. Okay, this might have worked. And I'm going to return back to statement. Did I declare it as a vector of X move? What's of unique? You gotta remember this should make unique. Was it name or was it content? Mix it up. Identity. Content, yep. And then it'll be a R2 statement. R2, D2. That would be 2. What am I doing? Statement. What you tried here? Cannot convert. Oh no. I love C++ very much. They're just so fun. Off statement to statement. Oh yeah, we've got to add it to the flipping. Oh, these ones. Yeah, I see those. Okay, going to do the forwarding. Making use of deleted function. We can't take. Wait, am I initializing with a? I did. Maybe it's just that we can't default initialize. User deleted function. Oh, you got to use stip move on it, right? It's unique after all. What am I doing? The compilation failed. Oh, no. Okay, what happened if we just didn't do an array of unique pointers? I'll probably run into the issues I had right before, but we'll give it a go just for sake of debugging. That's just me, but decode. So we've got a few. Just one snip to construct that. Oh, okay, so we've got an extra one there. Anyway. I'm actually going to construct at some one's a pointer, one's not. Okay. Here. Use deleted function, variant, declaring a variant with another variant. Okay, so return type of pass expression is an expr, right? And we're going to push it back to the end of it. But there's something to do with it seems as everything is fine except for the construction of our statement. Let me just comment this out. Let's say we return. Yeah, it's just. No, we just don't return. Yeah, so we know this is the problem. Content. It's going to be a string, right? So that's not a problem. It's exprs. Let's just check that we haven't. Was it community? There's no pointer involved though. No manage. I just want to check something. Back to our scenario. What do you mean if non-class type int? How was it if type int? But this is the question. Yeah, that works just fine. That works just fine. Oh my. Yeah, this is not working. Let's go back to unique with the like the rest. They'll get just the same. But I think it's both the same error. Like constructing apparently. You need this. It's not gonna work, but got something with the paper. Yeah, that's the type there. Yes, we could try. I'm just going to revert to the unique pointer again. Because it's weird with everything else. Yeah, it's just basically the same. The mismatching types apparently between a reference to a reference. Where it was? Let me find. Struct at. Yeah, see, so we're passing a. No, this is the type apparently wants to construct, and then we're passing a reference. And what world are we trying to? Where does a pointer exist? I got using unique pointer. That's nothing to do. It doesn't have anything to do with it because before we were doing it, and just check to make. Hmm. I'm none the wiser. I am none the wiser. Okay, I'm just going to test something. Okay, next, and then this is just going to be the first expression. If this paused, pause the expression in the scope. What do you mean? Yeah, it's looking to be the same error. Are you just not allowed? You clearly aren't allowed to initialize a variant. To be honest, guys, my bet. There's he is semicolon anyway. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to go to the video's go on too long. Don't worry, I will keep grinding on this. I'll try to get to the bottom of this. Just do more testing. Alright. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Wait, I didn't know why it's so blue. And sort the hair soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. And see you in the next one.